Hello and welcome to my channel, a channel where we make structural engineering simpler and easy. My name is Olodu Konyede and I'm your host. I want to welcome everyone to this platform, and also I want to thank all that has been sending very encouraging message. I want to appreciate everyone who has sent in encouraging words to us. Then I would appreciate if you've not subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button. Share the videos and like the video so that when next we put up videos like this, you will get it. There's another thing I also noticed: when you are commenting, please add your location. If you're in Nigeria, please tell us your state. But if you're outside Nigeria, please tell us the country you are chatting us from. There are a lot of questions without the people putting where their locations are. So today we got some questions that we'll be answering today. Some questions that we will be answering today. We have Augustine Okoye. He said, thanks on the expansion joint. I did this, but the column pads collided. How to solve such? He said from Nigeria. If you can tell us your state, it will be very good. So Austin, we will answer this in our next video. The next video will be coming after this particular one that we are putting out, so just stay glued to this channel. Also, we have another of our subscriber that says Shina Adebayo comments, thanks for your response to my question. I really appreciate it. Please, how can I create cantilever slab in Protastructure? Thanks. We will do that today. This video is about creating cantilever, so sit down and watch it, and you will learn a lot today. We have Elijah comments, nice content. You have got yourself a new subscriber. Thank you, Elijah, for subscribing. I think you should search for Promotion. I have been using it to promote my main channel, and it helped me get my videos higher in search results. I checked out Elijah. Thanks for this suggestion. I've checked out Promotion. I don't really know how it works. If only you can share more light on how it works, we will really appreciate it. So if you can, just explain it further on how we can go about promoting our videos for higher view. We appreciate it. Thank you, Elijah. So we have Ismail Roto said, hello sir, how can we represent cantilever beam and slab? That is what we will be doing. Today. So today our video will be about creating cantilever beams and slabs. It is two ways you can handle it. Either you make your slab the cantilever without beam, or you create your cantilever beams, then your slabs will be resting upon your beams. So the first we'll do, if it's possible, please pay attention to the end. Please pay attention to the end. There are some things that I will be saying that if you don't listen to the end, you will not understand this. You will not understand this. Very, very important. If you can create a cantilever beam, listen to this, do it. If you can create cantilever beam, do it. But if not, then just create cantilever slab. If you create a cantilever beam, it's more firmer, it's more stronger than if you just use only a cantilever slab to carry everything. So we'll dive straight right in. In creating cantilever, the first thing you need to consider, this is our building. Let's assume we have done this and we have cantilever somewhere around, let's say somewhere here. The first thing you need to do is to create your grid lines. Let's assume our cantilever is 1.2 meters or 1200 mm. Right click on the grid line, right click, offset. You are offsetting, then click function or F2. If you click on function and F2, you create this. Then we said 122. If is upward, if you are going up, is positive, but if you are coming down, it's negative. So we've said 1.22. we click enter. That very important. Please pay attention. These grid lines is my rotor and Shina Adebayo. Please pay attention to this. The first thing you need to create when creating your cantilever is the grid line. Make sure you create the grid line to where you want your cantilever to be or to stop. Now we've created that, I will show you two ways of doing this. Let's assume you have another grid line here. Okay, let's do something first. In creating your cantilever beam, you will move the beam here, right click. This is how you create your cantilever beam. This arrow is showing you that this beam is not resting on any column. Is pointing towards where the support is. This is where your support is. So, and if you check it on view, go to click view, right? When you go to view, right click and go to 3D, rotate. If you look at it, this is your cantilever beam. So this is how you cantilever the beam. This is how you cantilever your beams. So you can see that the system sees it as cantilever without any column on it. This cantilever is on the first floor. You can create it on any other floor or any other side. This is one way of doing it. Go back to view, right click and plan. So we are here. This is it. The next thing you need to do is to put your slab on it. You can still go back to our 3D, and we have it here. Good. This is our cantilever. This is our cantilever slab and beam. The slab is resting on this beam. The slab is resting on the beam. So this is one way of doing it. This is one way of doing it. Good. But there's something I wanted to say. If there is a grid line here already, let's assume that there's a grid line. Let's delete this. Delete. So if you click your slab and you try to place it as the cantilever, this is what it will bring, which is not really good, because it's showing you a one-way slab that part is coming here and part is going out, which is not the right pattern for this cantilever, which will not give you the right answer. So how do you solve this problem if you encounter problem like this? Please pay attention. This is very important, very important. If you have something like this, what you do is you come to slab stroke column edge, line stroke arc. You come to this part from this your menu bar, come to this part, slab stroke column edge, click it. You see different options to use: slab stroke column edge, line stroke arc, slab stroke column edge, you have arc, slab stroke column edge, you see rectangle, slab edge, you see circle. So but we are using rectangle. We click on rectangle, click, please pay attention, click on the intercept of the grid lines to the next intersect. Once you've done this, go to your slab and you click, and this is it. This is how the load is being shared out. So this is it. Then the next thing you do is still the same principle. If it's just okay, so what we can do so that we won't be going back and front, changing to 3D and this other one. Okay, instead of us going back and front by right clicking the view, changing it to 3D, we come to window, you click on arrange windows, then you click on these two parts so that you can create your plan on one part, then the other part will be 3D, so we can see right as we walk. So with this we can choose to remove. If you are doing just slab this thing, if you are doing just for slab, for just a slab cantilever, this is it. But if you want to introduce column beams, beautiful, it all depends on you. You can do it two ways, either through your beam, you cantilever your beam, or you cantilever your slab. But if there will be a column at the end of the cantilever, I would advise that you make it a cantilever beam. Make it a cantilever beam. Click on the beam, right click, click property. It automatically brings up the property. Click here, to here is there, click here. Then if you want column on the edge, just right click property, click here. No, it's not what I want. no, this is not it. So but whatever thing you do, okay, if you want to introduce a column, let's assume there should be a column. What you do is, if you go to the next floor, you need to go to the next floor, this other floor. If there will be a column, if you want a column there, go to the next floor, create your beam, your cantilever beam. Yes, you say yes, no problem. If you look, automatically you've introduced this one. So with this, you can now introduce that column that we spoke about. Then if you introduce the column here, look at it, automatically the column appears here. So if you want a column, if you put a column here, it will start from the foundation. But if you don't want it to start from the foundation, go to the next floor and introduce that column on it. But advisably, if there must be a column, let's assume this area, you won't have any column here going up, you have to introduce your beam, and this is how you introduce the column in Protastructure. You shouldn't put, if you know that your column is not starting from the foundation, from the ground, don't introduce the column on the first floor. Go to the next floor and introduce that column, and it will only start from here. But we are not introducing this column. This is just for you to understand. So back to our ground floor, which is this. So the next thing you need to do, save your work. The next thing you need to do is to take your slab strip. Look at this. This shows, this is an internal start and internal end. This is okay. We'll come to let's click here. This, please pay attention. If you click your strip, your slab strip, FE strip is for RAF and the rest. What we need for normal slab is analytical strip. So we have this as internal. If you want to cut through an internal, if you want to cut through, if you do click this, it means they are all internal strip you are taking. You are cutting it internally. Yes, this is what you are cutting. But if you click this and you click this, it means you are cutting from here, as in end here. But if you click on this, it means it's a cantilever. The slab is a cantilever slab. So we are cutting through from here, a cantilever slab starting it, but a end slab, end beam here. So if we click on this and we go down and we click, so please look at this. This is what will happen. If you really did it well, this will now be your top slab, your top reinforcement, moving in 1.5 the distance of the cantilever. If we are making this the cantilever, so this reinforcement shows that it projects into the slab 1.5 times the width of the cantilever. So this is how you handle your cantilever slab and beam, whatever it is, you can do it that way. But before doing this one, depending on how you want it to be, you come to settings, you go to slab design. So with this is where you say your bar, this is where you determine the spacing. You can say 200 or 150 or whatever you want the slab, the minimum and the maximum spacing. of the reinforcement of the slab. Once you do that, and you take your strip, we click on the cantilever start, cantilever beam start, and the end support. So if you click that, it shows you why 12-200. This is it. So before you draw your strip, make sure you effect your settings, what you want, and voila, this is how you design for your cantilever slab and cantilever beam. So if you've gained value from our trainings, our teachings, if we've done this, you can delete this, because now we don't want that anymore. You can delete it. So this is it. You can delete if you want to. So this is what we have designed for. So if you've gained value from our training, please click the subscribe button. That's the only way you can encourage us to put up more videos for you. This is the only way we can put up more videos. So if you still have any question, please feel free, click the subscribe button before you ask your question, and send it and tell us where you are asking your questions from. We will be glad to respond to your question. Till we meet, remain blessed. Bye.